In this section, we're going to start learning about progressive web apps. What exactly is that? It's a set of features that bring existing mobile features onto the web. It might sound strange at first, but there are many reasons why we would want to do this. There are features available in mobile apps that increase user retention. This reason is the biggest reason why progressive web apps became a thing. Let's think about this for a moment. What are features we would typically find in a mobile app, but not in a web app? Mobile apps can be opened from the home page, offer offline support, synchronize in the background, push notifications, have access to hardware, and geolocation. The goal of any app is to maintain and increase user retention. It would be incredibly useful if we could bring the mobile experience to our web apps. Normally, we would need to learn Java to write Android apps or Swift for Apple. This would mean having to maintain at least 3 different code bases for providing the same experience. It's not just challenging, but costly too. This is where progressive web apps come into play. We can continue to write our applications in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. There are APIs available in browsers we can leverage to bring a mobile experience to our mobile users. 3 characteristics make an application a progressive web app. Firstly, it must be capable of utilizing the features on any given device. In the past few years, browsers have been pushing new features we can use to enhance our apps. We can access the camera, retrieve the user's location, and other things that weren't available previously. Secondly, it must be reliable. Performance makes a significant impact on user experience. Users expect apps to be responsive on every touch. Browsers introduce Cache API we can use to implement different caching strategies. We'll be able to deliver files to the user from the cache or the network. If a user is offline, the app can still be partially functioning. We live in an age where the internet is blazingly fast, but there are still a few problems with connectivity. For example, if a user goes under a tunnel, they may lose connection temporarily. They may perform actions in our app that requires an internet connection. Progressive web apps are capable of synchronizing the state of an application with the server after connectivity is restored. Thirdly, the app must be installable. One of the main issues with web apps on mobile is having to open the browser and navigate to the app. Native apps can be directly opened on the home screen. This feature makes them a better experience for users on mobile devices. We can take advantage of a progressive web app feature to make our app installable. Users will be able to click on an icon that'll directly take them to our web app. It removes a step in the process, but a significant one nonetheless. If we can implement all 3 of these characteristics, we have a progressive web app on our hands. We'll jump into the code in the next set of lectures. There's one last thing I want to address. What's the difference between single-page apps and progressive web apps? A single-page app is an application that will dynamically rewrite the current web page with new data. The user doesn't have to fetch an entirely new page. It's intelligent enough to swap out the pieces that need to be swapped. The application we've been working on is a single-page app. A progressive web app is used to describe a set of features for allowing the developer to add mobile features to a web app. They're purely additive features. You don't have to add these features to a single-page app. You can add them to a traditional site. If you've ever been prompted by a site to give you notifications or know your location, you've encountered a progressive web app feature. We're not forced to write a single-page app to leverage progressive web app features. The idea of a progressive web app is not a replacement for single-page apps. It's meant to be additive for traditional sites and single-page apps. Hopefully, I've clarified what a progressive web app is. Let's dive into the code in the next set of lectures.